everyone, it's Froggy and I'm back again with another episode of Women of Zol. So we're gonna just go ahead and start. You took out some of the leftover steak, wolfed it down, and hurried back to your bedroom to rest. No prescient visions appeared as you slept. Instead, you dreamed of clouds composed of interlocking vein-like white hands suspended in a gray void. Yo, you ready? More like I just woke up. I'll be out in a moment. All right, meet me by the station when you're done. With a groan, you got out of bed, put on your clothes, and walked out towards the docking station. The ruins of Nojak are about 3 microcycles away, so we'll be taking a commercial flight from Ramastra. You ready to go? So far away. Mind if I ask why you have such vested interest? Not everybody has a strong connection to where they grew up. Because my hometown was a place of pride and dignity. I hated leaving it. I learned so much about justice, empathy, and she was a better person when she was in Nojak. Huh? Who are you talking about? So you think investigating the island will lead to answers? Who are we talking about? My mother, of course. Come on, let's get going. Ooh, I'm guessing that's a touchy subject. Something probably happened to the mom. After the two of you boarded Zuna's airship, it took you both to Ramastra, where you transferred to a commercial airline heading for Yadame, an island with an airship that went to the ruins of Nojak. Ramastra. Glad we didn't run into that Ziname woman again. Might have had some choice words for her. Words or fists? Am I the only one curious about what business she had in Ramastra to begin with? Not that it matters. Probably to talk to some other pretentious asshole about how important someone is based on how they blink. That's what philosophy is all about, after all. There was no irony in her statement. I am in physical pain. No, but I got your back anyway. I'll take that. I guess I really don't care for people like her and what she represents. Zaname is the exact kind of problem that should never be in a position like ours. You mean the position we're not going to be too loud about? Why do you keep wanting us to be discreet about that in public places? It's not like we're flaunting our status or something. A hand fell on the corner of Velvet's seat right next to her shoulder. Hello, Velvet. How do you know my name? The woman pointed at the seat Velvet was sitting in with an expectant grin. Velvet looked back at you, looking unsure before sliding over so the woman could sit next to her, a motion swift enough to seemingly lack hesitation. The woman kept her eyes on Velvet and ignored you entirely. Name's Mana. You don't know me, but I think you and I need to have a little chat. You started noticing other passengers, and even part of the staff were quietly leaving the area. She slung her left arm around Velvet and angled her head slantwise to look towards the table inquisitively. You're not really a matriarch apprentice trying to blow our economy to hell, are you? Not really thinking of ruining businesses and families that rely on servitude to stay afloat, are ya? Is that what this is about? Don't say anything, Velvet. I'm just gonna let this play out. Velvet should be able to handle her own stuff. Of course I am. If you think that's a system worth sustaining, then you deserve everything that you have coming to you. I see. Do anything to Velvet and I swear you'll pay. No, we're gonna keep watching. The strange woman closed her eyes and stood up from the seat. Then she summoned a strangely shaped shotgun and aimed it at Velvet's head. You know, it's amazing. You have any idea how many dumb bastards don't see this next part coming? Velvet rolled over the table to avoid the blast of Zala-infused bullets. You heard a shriek of pain from her as she held her bleeding right arm and stood back up on the table, jumping back to the airship floor and running towards the nearest door. Oh, do I have Zala level 3 right now? Hold on. Story log, set options, stats? Oh, I do have Zala level 3. I can attack. Hiya! A fatal route? Oh, no. Use the scroll wheel on your mouse now to rewind time or wait until okay, well. I thought I had enough. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Your Zala for some reason froze you in place when you decided to attack. You wondered if it had anything to do with a calculated future you no longer remembered. There was nothing that you could do but watch Mana turn her complete attention to the fleeting Velvet.
Oh, you know, this ain't too fun for me neither. Not really. You see, my family has a legacy to carry, and we'd prefer insurgents to get gone and stay dead. Otherwise, you got yourself a cycle. Suddenly, nobody's like you gotta get got by somebody's like me. Once that happens.
Huh. You're insane! Velvet took a ladder close to an offset wall with one arm, fueled entirely by fear, to keep her pace going strong. Mana had chased Velvet up the ship's top. You followed, a short distance behind, wondering how to approach the situation. When Mana saw you climbing up, she grinned, a wide and arrogant grin, but nudged her head towards Velvet. It seemed that you would be able to approach your colleague unimpeded. A colleague who was, by all appearances, falling to her knees. Oh. Why won't my arm heal? Slide down to her side and use a healing spell. I told your dumb ass not to bring attention to us. Can we? After approaching Velvet, you hovered your hands over her arm and emitted a warm blue glow towards her. The effects of Mana's initial shot at Velvet gave you some pushback, but by exerting a bit more of your Zala, you were able to start closing the wounds. You felt your fatigue sneaking in by doing so. Oh, I feel like I need to start doing her voice in like a Brooklyn-y accent. But I cannot do it. And be like, that arm of yours... That arm of yours should have been blown clean off. Weird how that didn't happen. I guess you're a tougher bastard than you look. Velvet shakily climbed back onto her feet. But it doesn't matter how much your Zala can take, recovery will be quite a while when you're shot by me. It was true. It was taking Velvet's arm far longer to show signs of healing than it had when Xaname's shield had sliced her skin. Tell me something. Are you, Zufo? Yeah. You'd be surprised how often I'm asked those words verbatim. Before you killed them, you mean? You and your family don't seem too big on friends. I am for the good ones. In fact, you've met one of mine already. Didn't seem too fond of you. Reasons to kick Xaname's sorry ass are just building up. Oh, don't be like that. It ain't like she knew I was gonna keep my eyes peeled for you. She deals with thugs like you. She knew enough. Aw, now you're hurting my feelings. Velvet, it ain't like I'm the one threatening entire families. I just want to blow the head off of one little apprentice. You're so full of... That's enough. Someone was heard approaching the airship, accompanied by the sounds of large wings flapping. Oh! A Zagroon rider? Liz landed on the deck and hopped right off the Zagroon, approaching you. Liz looked right over at Mana, who was casually approaching Liz with her shotgun resting on her shoulder. We received a message from the matriarch of Ramastra. You are not to kill Lady Zuna's apprentices. What? Seriously? You sure you didn't mishear nothin'? That's a lot of foreknowledge from Ma. I mean, us being on the same exact airship at the exact same time? Or more Ma knowing I'd want to kill an apprentice matriarch, and you knowing exactly when to step in. It makes no sense. You heard Velvet take a huge sigh of relief. A sigh that was soon followed up by an infectious smirk. Liz moved to stand beside both parties, between you and your attacker, but out of everyone's direct paths to one another. For your convenience, Lady Mana, an apprentice independent of these two heard that of their incident with Zaname Leovit. Seeing how Lady Zuna Zeovant receives reports on everything that happens in her castle, it was only natural that she would learn of this. And she and my mom do talk. Shit. Mana looked back at the smiling Velvet, her eyes twitching from her own agitation. She looked back towards Liz and stared at her uniform. You ain't just a messenger, are you? I am the head commander of the guards in Lady Zuna's keep. Hopefully that makes things clear. Mana winced. Damn. Sensing the newfound veil of protection around the two of you, Mana began restlessly pacing back and forth. All the meanwhile, she muttered the word damn to herself repeatedly. She finally stopped in front of you two. Fine. No deaths. Mana's shotgun dissipated shortly before she lifted her arm and gave Velvet a parting flick of her fingers. But just a warning. Oh, shit. You and Velvet had no choice but to hurry back to Zeniska. Why me? She was not stabbed. Wait, I forgot her voice.
She was not stabbed in Ramestra? Surely they could have taken care of her there and not have her wait to arrive here for treatment.
Velvet lay on her back in the infirmary, bed farthest from the group of visitors. She didn't appear to be conscious. It was surely not ideal, my lady. Unfortunately, Ramestra is Zufo territory. Yes, I fear few Ramestran doctors would have dared to aid someone attacked by the daughter of their matriarch, even if the victim was a second matriarch's apprentice. It might have been painful for her, but it's better that she came back here right away rather than chance being outright spurned from a hospital. I managed to eliminate any risk of infection caused by the Zala in Lady Mana's knife, and Velvet's wound should no longer bleed freely, but as for regrowing her left eye, I'm afraid that she will have to exert her own Zala to do that. Woof. Wait, why can't you use your Zala to regrow her eye? Isn't that your job? Knives that sharp are unmistakably human-made. How did you come across one? It's likely her mother has access to Earth's metals, or perhaps even knows a human willing to provide her with an arsenal of them. Matriarchs make it their business to be involved in politics, and humans, along with their distinctive weaponry, are seen as highly effective political tools. No surprise to see them use that weaponry, then. I had been afraid violence was inevitable, but so soon and so severe. Still, I will do my best to help you all along your paths. I'd urge you all to be careful, but no one here ever follows that advice. No one.
Well, I'll let you tend to Velvet then. Please pardon us. There's something that I need to talk to Zena about.
Joy nodded and left for Velvet's bedside. Then I shall take my leave of you as well, my ladies. With a brief nod of her head, Liz left the office so that you two could talk in private. All right. Well, we're going to continue this conversation in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.